when the Conservative government announced that it was tearing up the contract for a wind turbine project in Prince Edward County and ending the contracts for 750 other green energy projects. It guaranteed taxpayers that they would not be footing the bill. Well, now we know that isn't true. I'm Christina Howard, and just earlier this month, demolition of the nearly complete White Pines wind turbine project began. The decommissioning of that and the cancellation of several other contracts is costing taxpayers at least $231 million.
We don't have the actual facts until the project will be done. Money has been allotted aside to be able to do that. But at the end of the day, there's 231 that has been for all of the cancellation of projects.
For nearly a month, the Minister of Energy has refused to tell CityNews how much the cancellations cost, including White Pines in Milford, where 4 turbines are completely built and another 5 were under construction. You already had the turbines in the ground, mostly constructed. Do we know how much that project itself would have cost?
Well, those costs are ongoing. The project is in the process of decommissioning. I don't see any red flags there.
He may not, but residents and the opposition do.
We went through this with the gas plant scandal. When you start ripping up contracts, you start incurring really big costs.
The wind turbine behind me took nearly 10 years to go in the ground and up in the air. In fact, it's still not even 100% operational. It's still not hooked into the grid. But all of this gear here, well, this is just a small portion of the gear required to take it down. A demolition process that could take months or even years. CityNews was in Prince Edward County earlier this month when demolition was set to begin. For Jen Ackerman, who has a turbine on her farm, it's gut-wrenching.
You don't tear down green energy projects. You build them, and you're proud of that.
The project was originally slated to have 29 turbines, but was reduced to 9 after community opposition and environmental assessments. Construction began in September 2017. The next year, the Conservatives passed the White Pines Wind Turbines Termination Act, ending all construction, but not the costs. Ackerman reached a deal with WPD Canada, who owns the turbines.
It's $20,000 approximately a year for 20 years. Do the math. Given the choice between the money and the wind farm, I want my wind farm.
Based on publicly available data, CityNews estimates that contract would have been worth about $141 million over 20 years, while generating enough power for more than 60,000 homes over its lifetime.
Sometimes costs up front will save us down the road.
The government has repeatedly said that canceling 751 green energy projects will result in an overall savings of $790 million. But that figure does not appear to include White Pines.